Hello, everybody. Everybody who's here. How are we tonight? Let's go. Joe and Jesse, Fishcapades, Cheryl, Queenie, Cheryl, Night Owl, Christine, hello. How are we all tonight? Shirley. We are rejoicing, Shirley. All may rejoice. Shirley is here. Um, I don't really have any plans for tonight. I do know one thing I want to do is discuss my new fish room additions. And we had a club meeting tonight. So, roar, roar. We had a club meeting tonight, our Erie Aquarium Society club meeting. And boy, there was hardly anyone there. It's the smallest group I'd ever seen at the meeting. I don't know if people were sick or I don't know what was going on. But the club always buys a bunch of knickknacks that get raffled off. So we had a little raffle. My wife and I don't know, we probably won about 6 times. You figure there's only, how many people were there? Let me see if I can remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I want to say there were either 12 or 14 people there. I think there's usually probably 24 or 25. So the club will buy a bunch of small items, put them on a table, and then they'll run a raffle on that. Then, of course, you got people that bring in their breeder award program fish, and um, those get auctioned off. I think my understanding is you have to bring in 6 of your fish with the paperwork filled out, and then I don't know. I haven't done it. I thought I had paperwork for that program, and I was going to try and take in like 3 different species tonight, and then I could not find the paperwork. So I had to somebody's going to have to email me the paperwork for the next club meeting because I've probably got, I think I got 4 to 6 species at least I could get in there. I don't know that I'm going to do them all at one time, but I told the one guy that was there, said I'm glad I didn't bring my fish in for Breeders Award program because they wouldn't be worth anything. Nobody was buying anything. I'll tell you what fish I got tonight and how much I paid for them. So let me just double check and make sure that all is well here. Eyeball Pirate and Stan. Hey, Stan. Eyeball Pirate, that is Roy, right? And Fishcapades, you are going to have to remind me of your name. If you would, please. Jason coming tonight, Joe? Mel, that's right. I'm sorry. Mel. Is Jason coming tonight? Joe? Oh, hold on. I got to fix Joe up here, too. All right, Joe's fixed. Let's see. Oh, Gabriel's here. Hey, Gabriel. Oh, dropping stuff all over the place. All right, so I usually have my go-to buddy, Jeff P. here. Yeah, right. And here comes Joe just asking about it. Or Roy, I'm sorry. Roy's asking about it. So Jeff is not feeling well at all. So let's see, Cheryl. Yeah, so I have not done any BAP. I remember reading over the paperwork that goes into our club, and although there seems like there's a lot of questions, it doesn't seem like it's an absolutely terrible sheet of paper to fill out. Do you have a certain time frame, Cheryl, that you're supposed to do that in? Do the fish have to be less than like 6 months old or something to turn them in? I don't know exactly how that works, but okay, so so Jeff is under the weather. He will not be on tonight unless he surprises me. And it's funny you should ask if he's on a coffee run, because I believe he has not had coffee in his house for 2 days. And if you know Jeff, that is a problem. Okay, so I'm going to look these up here. These fish that I got. I did put out a short on these. And I just did it about an hour ago. So maybe some of you might have seen it already. So the first type of fish are Russian endlers. So I don't know, because I don't know. When you look fish up, you never know if you're getting a photo. I just don't know. The bag was just labeled Russian endlers. See if I can refine the search any better. And they are between 4 weeks and 6 months. Who the heck would want 4-week-old fry? Everything I'm reading, Greg Sage line of Odessa Barbs. Oh, wow, nice. Very good, Joe. SC, welcome, buddy. So he's sick. He's Jonesy. Yeah, that could very well be, Stan. That could truly be. Okay, so you know what also I want to do? I want to know how to pronounce that. Posilia? Is it Posilia? Maybe it is Posilia. Wait, Posilia. Why did that come up? Okay, antlers are in the genus Posilia. So, and then mollies are also in that same genus? I guess I wouldn't have guessed that. Oh, then guppies are in that too, right? Is that a Posilia? Is that a guppy too? My 6-week-old orange ven sold for $45. Really? Wow. Okay, Jesse says I got Daisy Rice fish today. We will not tell Jeff P about that. Yeah, Stan is right. J Rock, Taco Friday. Thought you should know. Of course, I need to know that. Thank you. Whip. Hi, buddy. How are you? Let's see. Whip wants to get tanked. Of course he does. Everybody. Oh, look at the hearts. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, Stan, wife's out of town. I had 2 weeks with my wife out of town. And actually, she's leaving again at the end of the month, going to the other grandchild's house. I am trying. Did Jim's fish slip in here? LDH. Lovey-dovey's here. Uh-oh. What are you talking about, Cheryl? What are you doing to me, Cheryl? Elaine? Hello, Elaine. I didn't see Elaine slip in. I'm sorry. I'm not going to. This is going to be really difficult for me tonight. Yes, Jim's Fish. Hello. I am still trying to pull up this other screen because so let's see what this looks like. This is what comes up when I pull up Russian Endler. So if that is the fish I got, I'm going to be really happy. But I don't know that that's the fish I got because I can't keep track of all these, this, that, or the other thing. I mean, let's go down a little bit farther. Yeah, images of Russian Endlers. So I don't know. I guess I'll pull them up and see. Hold on, I'll go back to. Hey, Gord, how are you? Try and pan over here to the. Gord's here. Nathan. Whip saying hi. Hold on. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Cheryl, let's just say that I found a more pricey Pretty Corey at a very good price through the club. They're holding. Well, Cheryl, why don't let's just say you tell me what they are. Hey, Lance, how are you? And John, how are you? And Big Steve, how are you? And Bryn, wow, man, you can just cheer me up so much with your comments. And Curtis is here. Hello, Curtis. Is Mike here? Did I miss Mike? I didn't think I saw Mike. Maybe Mike is here. I see G and C. I didn't see M and C. All right. Well, welcome anyways, Branton. Nowhere else to go. Okay, images of Russian Endlers. Let's see what else I got going on here. Always when you throw in the for sale. Maybe somebody can help me out and videos of Russian antlers for sale. I don't really know anything about antlers, so I see Blue Star, Black Bar. Santa Maria, Chili Reds. I don't see anything. I don't see a picture of a Russian antler. I don't see a picture of a fish with the words Russian antler underneath it. Oh, Stephen P. here? I guess, let's see, wait a minute. Lurking, driving, be entertaining. I'll do what I can, Stephen. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I'm entertaining. Oh, really, Rachel, with the hashtag AARP? Sometimes entertaining, sometimes just boring. Oh, chat is flying. Okay, most antlers are hybrids. There are 4 that are true. All right, so Curtis, where's that put these with these Russians? Wengi antlers have a pattern. I'm sorry, I'm way behind already. Hey, Zenny. Oh, Dee Dee sent you. Great. I saw that once I was setting up my stream and I wanted to move it a little bit earlier. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, Dee Dee's going tonight too. So I kicked it back a little bit more. Okay, Curtis. Most antlers are hybrids. There are 4 that are true. Okay. Oh, Kalish is here. Hello, Kalish. Didn't see her. Nancy B. Linda Worth. And there's the Empire right there, shouting his way into the room. Welcome, Jeffrey. All right, trying not to miss anybody. If I do, I'm sorry. Did I miss it, Cheryl? Did you tell me what you're getting yet? See, I thought all antlers were Posilia wingi, right? Are they the same with guppies? Like all guppies are their own thing and all antlers are their same thing? Oh, Shirley's back. We can party again. Man, you guys are flying. Okay, Skull, El Tigre, Camoma, Campoma, and Black Bar are the true ones. So everything anybody else names from that is just whatever. It's Nancy's birthday. Happy birthday, Nancy. Far from entertaining, Stephen. I know. I'm lost already. Let's see. I'd start dancing for him, but I just don't want him to take his eyes off the road. So, oh, Cece's here. Hello, Cece. Benjamin Peters. Hello. Zenny says I had El Tigre antlers. Now I only have Gingarubras. All. Oh wait, what did I just miss? Where did it go? I don't yell. Jeff yells, and I think I've actually heard Christine yell at me too. All guppy males are elfish with a stick. That's nice. I'm not yelling at anybody tonight. Jeff, welcome back. Yeah. Apparently, Jeff hasn't left his house in 2 or 3 days since the snow started falling. So, uh, Shirley is streaming tomorrow, and Mel will be joining. What time's that going to be, Shirley? Yeah, that's right. I dog him about eggnog. I can't stand that stuff. Thanks for bringing that up, John. Uh, Wait, when did it start snowing there? Wait, where's Rachel? Where are you at? Oh, I know it's gonna be. I'm not even. We didn't get. I thought with the way it started snowing this morning, whew, I thought we were gonna get hammered. But it stopped at about noon. But I know that I think they're calling for more here, which I imagine everything's just going to keep coming east from you guys. What are we even looking at? I'm sorry, I'm right in the middle. I'm trying to keep up with stream. I'm trying to do all this. Hold on. So I was talking about the fish I got at club meeting, and they're called Russian Endlers. They'll be my first Endlers. But I also got the Atlantic Mollies. So I haven't had mollies in a while. So let's see what these are. I took a quick look at them at club. Just to see what I was getting into. Posilia mexicana, the Atlantic Molly. All right, let's see. Flat bottom. If I like flat bottom Brandon. One of which you wanted. I know. I figured I probably did. Why don't you fill me in again? Or I'm gonna have to. I'll have to scroll back up and find it. Oh, yeah, Rachel's up there in Poor. I should have known that. Yeah. Oh, broke eye Panatelensis. Yep, that's just great, Cheryl. That's just great. That's all right. I'm happy for you. Um, all right. Let's see here. Does anyone want to come up here? I will. Oh, now I got to do this. Let me hold on a second. Tell you to hold on. I can't do anything about this. 10 out of 10. You got it, Steven. It is a good one. All right. Copy. Paste. Send. All right. If you want in, hop in. If not, I'm going to pull it down so that we don't get any of Jeff P's friends hopping into the chat. Okay, so yes, Curtis had said something about that. Yeah, I know. I get that a lot too. Right, Curtis? I'll hear I'll hear from the other room, "What an ass," and I'm taking it as a compliment. But Melvin's in the room. Welcome, Melvin. Good to see you, buddy. Okay, so let me go back to that one. All right. The short fin Molly or the Atlantic Molly? So, not a lot of color on this one, huh? Little bit of color, I see. Let me scroll down. I just wanted to get some different live bearers, try something new, expand my fish keeping horizons, provide some different fish for auctions. Oh, they got a little bit of orange to them. Oh, look at that. Boy, if they come out like that, I'd take that. That looks pretty nice. Did he change his name? I am lost. Yes, if you're talking about Melvin, yes, he changed his name. Um, Nathan. All right. Well, right. Inspector Jeff is under the weather. We have concluded that he is probably suffering from coffee withdrawals, and he hasn't had coffee in like 2 days. He hasn't left the house because of a snowstorm. And Jeff K says there's even more headed his way. So I wondered, I said to him, I said, why didn't you order from Amazon? He said, I did. It's not supposed to be here till Sunday. which which I think around here, if I make an order into Walmart, I can get it dropped off at my house usually the next day. But I don't know. I thought the last time I got something from Walmart, I did not pay shipping. Yeah, I think I'm going to start a little SC 20 high for the rack. Sweet. I will I'll try to remember to tell the rest of my fish club stories. But first, let's move on from this. So I got the Mexicana, the Atlantic Molly. I got a batch of those fry. Um, so I do like. There's a couple different. Look at that. I don't know what I'm going to get. I guess they got a different coloration there, different coloration there. So I assume, yeah, the mollies, the females are going to be no color. All right, let's see. Amazon. You're right, John. Amazon has gotten terrible, absolutely terrible. 15 days to get herbal tea. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I have no faith in Amazon. I order for work for my business, and I'm like tracking that thing all the time because you never know when it's going to show up. Okay, so then I got the Mexicana, the Atlantic Molly, and I also got what is going on here? Um, I have to look at because I don't even remember. Oh, so the Mexicanas actually had a location with them too, El Azufrol. I don't even know where that's at. Must be somewhere in Mexico. El Azufrol was their collection point. So these are an F1 of a wild caught. The other Molly I got, which are the same, another wild caught, F1 of a wild caught. Vivipara. There they are right there. Let's get rid of that so I can see something. I don't know what happened here. Try that again. In what skull? Because the Vivipar are called the Southern Molly. Amazon has been shipping on time in Japan. Pfft. All right, Shirley, did you tell us when your stream is tomorrow? Because I'm telling you, I missed it if you did. Oh, the Atlantic Mollies. All right, well, I'll keep you in mind, Curtis. They're, I don't know, looking at their size, I'm assuming they're 4 to 6 months away from breeding. So here we are with the Southern Mollies. Not a ton of color on these. Little color on the dorsal fin. Black spots on the tail. So we'll see how those go. I just wanted to. Oh, Cheryl wants in. Where is she? You can come in, Cheryl. Yeah, I do. I do think that mollies are a good go-to. Hello, Queenie.
Queenie.
Queenie,
Oh,
breeder. You look at them and they pop them out.
sometimes, yes.
Um, yeah, I was trying to. Let's see. I still wanted to know what time. 4 Pacific. Okay, that's 7 Eastern. We just go by Eastern time. You don't have to put all those in there. Eastern time is the only one that matters, right, Cheryl?
Right. Because I can figure it out. Because
Yeah.
everybody is very Eastern, and I'm Central.
All right. Let's see. Tubbing. Skull's going to be tubbing some fish. I don't know if I'm going to start. Whatever, Brandon. One of these days, Brandon, you're just going to get yourself booted for a few minutes. Um, yeah, I don't know that I'm. I don't know. I don't know what your temperatures have to be for tubbing. I mean, good grief, we can have freezes in May here and then freezes in September. So, what do you tub for? June, July, and August, and call it a tubbing season? Seems like I'd want to be a little farther south and a little bit warmer to set some tubs up outside. Unless you wanted to put heaters in them, I guess. But my electric bill's high enough as it is. My wife just yelled at me the other day when I complained about the electric bill. And she said, "Gee, I wonder why it's so high." And I said, "I don't know." So what's up, Cheryl?
Not
What is it? Palintensis?
Palintensis.
Yeah. Yes.
It's
Now, how are you getting
Pantanalensis.
Palian?
Pantanalensis.
What?
Pantanalensis.
Pantalensis. How'd you get a hold of those? Somebody in your club?
Somebody in the club. Somebody
You
in the
must.
club posted that they were breeding them, and I put a message on the club forum that, hey, let me know when you have some ready, and he is going to sell me half of his breeding colony for $50 a piece.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely wow, because they're crazy.
Yeah, those are nice. Those are nice. I'm actually. Are they still considered Corydoras? Oh no, you said broke eye, right?
Yeah, they're technically Brocus.
Yes, I'm pulling them up. Where's Gabriel at? It's freezing here too, and it's going to be a cold week. You got to be cold there, aren't you, Cheryl?
Yeah,
Or did you guys go for a bike ride today?
we did not go for a bike ride today. I don't remember what the high was, but I think it was like 33, 34 today. Tomorrow's supposed to be 31, and then the bottom drops out for the next week.
Yeah, we didn't. I don't think we hit 20 today. Oh, Curtis is going to Cheryl's house. That's nice. I never got that invite. That's just awesome. Brandon, yes, I probably would boot you, but it wouldn't be for long. Jealous rage. Yeah, what do you think of that? Let's see. Where was I on that? I was trying to pull that up so that everyone else could drool. Oh, look at that fish. Oh, Cheryl. Present. I'm coming, people. All right, look at that. Oh, that is so nice. 005. You know, it kind of strikes me as, I don't know, when I see that, the first thing I think of is, like, I don't know if you've seen juvenile Broca splendens, the emerald greens, which I think I used that as a shot of my thumbnail. I think I did. The Broca splendid, I sent you the emerald greens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they're juveniles, have they spawned for you at all yet?
Not yet.
Man, the
Not
juveniles.
not unless what I think was the albino paleotis was actually the emeralds that spawned last night.
Well, when you see their fry, you would be questioning whether or not they came from the right fish or not. It is amazing what they go through as they grow up, the different colors they go through in the patterns before they get to that green. It's wild. I think they're a lot prettier when they're juveniles, but Skull, what are you doing? Let's see. Yeah, so I woke up this morning, so I'm having this little. My wife has this app on her phone that when the alarm goes off in the morning, it'll say, whatever. Good morning. It is 7:25. Today's top Google headlines are blah 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 blah. The current temperature is, and today they said 19 degrees. The high today will be 21. And I told her, I said, I don't want to hear that when I'm getting out of bed. I want to hear that after I've had a cup of coffee and can grasp reality. I don't need to hear that when I'm still in a stupor because it's just too depressing. But so I think we might have hit 21 today. I don't know. It's been cold all day, but I'm hoping because, yeah, our bottom's dropping out too and getting even worse than that. But I'm hoping I can go out and get some of the ice off our sidewalk before next week because I kind of didn't take care of that when it was warmer. Well, actually, I was out of town last weekend, so I guess it didn't matter. But anyways, yeah, Gord fell on the ice. Took 3 weeks. Yeah, My wife almost went down tonight. That was like a year and a half after neck surgery. I don't want to see her hit the ground. Okay, so I'm on my way to the fish club meeting tonight, and my phone rings, and it is a auctioneer that I do work for. All right, everybody done drooling over these Pantalensis? Pantalensis. Fish names just drive me crazy.
Right.
We'll just call them 005s. Cheryl's got 005s and a dog.
What's happening?
It should say 7:30 a.m. Would you like to hear the weather? Yes, thank you, Zenny. Perfect. If you wake me up with the news we're fighting. Yes. Yeah, I should get the one. If I've heard the snowplow go by a couple times already, I don't want to hear the weather for the day. Okay, so I got the phone call on my way to club meeting, and it's an auctioneer that I do work at up at his antique house, antique building, whatever, store. And I do work at his house. And he's always said to me, hey, I go to these places and clean houses out, and there's fish tanks all the time everywhere. He said, do you want them? I'm like, well, yes, I do want them. I will take them. He said, I said, I don't want to pay on a used tank. If it's just the glass, I don't want to pay over 50 cents a gallon for them. I said, maybe if there's a bunch of stuff with them, maybe closer to $1 a gallon. I don't know. I said, but whatever. You can get good deals on them, and he usually can, right? I mean, people give those auctioneers that are clearing out their houses, they'll give them to them dirt cheap. But needless to say, he has never come through with a fish tank for me. But he calls me today, and he says, "Hey, I just got a call from a customer of mine. They just put their 89-year-old father in a home, and he's got a big fish tank in his house, and they don't know what to do with it. Can I tell them that you will get rid of it for them?" And I said, well, how big is it? And he said, all I can tell you is it's bigger than 20 gallons. And I'm like, what does that mean, bigger than 20 gallons? It could be anything then. He said, well, it's got its own stand. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I know 20 gallons can have their own stand, but I'm thinking it's probably like a 55 maybe, or I'm actually hoping it's like a 60 or a 75, because I really don't want another 55, but I wouldn't say no to it. But so anyways, I'm kind of waiting for that phone call, hopefully this weekend. And then I'm at club meeting tonight, and a guy says, hey, do you want a couple of big tanks? And I said, well, how big is big? Why do people keep talking in terms like that? Can't you just tell me how many gallons it is? Or at least measure the thing. So he said, well, I'm not sure how big they are. But they're the other guy at the auction. He says they're Scots over there, or the other guy at the club meeting tonight. He said they're Scots over there. Ask Scott. I said, you're storing them for him? He said, yes, I'm storing them for him. So Scott comes over and starts talking to me. So there's 2 tanks in there in this guy's garage. It's a 60 breeder and a 75. And apparently the 60 has a gorgeous cherry base on it, like solid cherry wood base, not laminated. It's solid cherry. Hey, Dee Dee. And so I said, well, why don't you figure out what you want for them and shoot me a messenger, and I'll let you know if I want them or not. Because right now, well, before he told me about the cherry base, I was like, well, I'll probably just build a double 4-foot rack and put them on top of each other. And then he said, you might want that 60 gallon on display somewhere because it's got a really nice base to it. So now I'll have to see that. I don't know where I'm going to put that, but so I said, well, shoot me a message. He said, listen, he said, those tanks were given to me. He said, you can have them for a donation to the club. So I'm like, oh, Well, then I will take them. So a 60 and a 75. I don't know where I'm going to put them, but how do you turn? You can't turn that down. And I've always wanted to try a 60 breeder. I've never had a 60 breeder. I heard 60 breeders are awesome for plants. Do you have any 60 breeders, Cheryl?
No, I don't.
Yeah, good. I'll have something before you do. And let's see who said that. Rachel said it's all about that base. It is all about that base. Yeah, I think that probably what I'll do is I'll probably, I don't know. If that's a 60, I don't want those rainbows in a 60-gallon breeder. I really want the height of the 55 that they're in now. But I would like to, I'll probably slide that tank with that 60 into my office here somewhere. I don't know where it's going to go, but it's going to go somewhere. The last open wall I have here is in front of the window, and I really don't want to put a fish tank in front of a window. That can't be a good thing, I wouldn't think. But I don't think it gets, I mean, it doesn't really get direct light. I don't know. Nathan says he'll be right back. Dee Dee, I have a 60 breeder with lots of plants, shrimp, and long fin what? Paleotis, whatever. I don't know how to say that.
Paleatus.
Which one's that? That's the other one.
The peppercorn.
I get those two mixed up when you keep saying them. Say them too fast, I can't even tell them apart. Branton says, Bosemani behind you need a big tank to flex your muscles. Now, Branton, wait, who was that we missed? Oh, and I wanted to ask Stephen, did your buddy ever show up last week? Who was that? Do you remember that from 2 weeks ago, that stream where I had that guy that was in, or I don't know if it was a guy, but I assumed it was a guy, that kept asking all the questions, the technical questions, and
Stephen waited the whole stream and he never showed up.
Yeah. Did he go to Steven's stream?
No.
Oh, he did not. Steven said no. He was a no-show. Man, I thought him and Steven would have just gotten along super. I really hoped he was. Yeah, there it is. Ostravia. SC remembers. Did you write that down? Oh. Yeah, he was. I couldn't quite figure that out. Couldn't figure out what his intentions were. Well, I think his intentions were to make everyone think they were stupid, but I think most of us are aware if we're stupid. I'm well aware. Rachel says my largest tank is a 30. I'd take anything regardless of shape. Oh, well. So then he tells me that he has a friend who is getting rid of 2 tanks in his house. And he showed me pictures of them. He has a 55-gallon corner tank, which looks amazing and would absolutely fit right into my built-in corner cabinet I did in our living room that has a TV above it. Because my wife is like, what are we going to do with that space under the TV? And she's like, we should put a fish tank there. And I'm like, oh, I can't. How am I going to find a fish tank to fit that? And then sure enough, this guy tells me about this 55-gallon tank, corner tank that would probably fit right in there. So I'll probably have to get some measurements for that. But he wants like $150 for that. But I guess that's not bad. I mean, I'm sure it would be pretty expensive to buy brand new. And then he's also got a what do you say? Is it a 40-gallon cube? No, column tank. And I don't know how I feel about a column tank, but I mean, I don't really want to keep a ton of rainbow or angelfish. I don't know what I mean. I do have some rosy barbs that would probably go in it pretty good, and use that whole column. I mean, I guess you could throw anything in it that would use a column, right? Mollies, guppies, whatever. But so I don't know. I don't know how I feel about a column tank. I guess maybe it fit in the corner of the office here, but I don't think I want to pay for one. If they were giving one away, I'd take it. Skull says I have a corner tank. It's sweet. Yeah, he thinks this thing is like 24 inches on its sides, so which I guess it would have to be 24 by 24. It'd probably have to be about 24 inches high, I would think, for 55 gallons. It's a lot of water. So yeah. Would you run, Brandon? Why can't you turn it on now, Brandon? Letting your PVC glue cement, your cement cure. Yeah, what do you do? Do you have a big air pump for are your tanks all central or are they spread out all over, Cheryl? They're in a lot of different rooms, aren't they?
I have a central air system in the fish room here. I have a linear pump. Yeah, I have a linear piston pump out in the living room that's doing all the big tanks out there. And then I have a couple smaller pumps for the tanks in the cold room and our bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only frustrating thing, right? Every time you move a tank to a different room, you got to worry about air. Curtis, what size corner tank is that? Oh, all the lights are off on my tanks. I want to be. But I'll tell you, some people are really, really locked into the schedule of their lights. When I go down to my fish room, if I want to work and the lights not on, I just turn on their lights. I don't. I don't keep my fish on a specific schedule. I don't want to wake my fish up. That's rude. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do you think they really care? I mean, I think that when the lights come on, they think they're going to eat. Although when I did go down tonight, because I had fed before I went to club meeting, and I didn't think I was going back down there, so I'd shut everything off. And then when I went back down there, when we got home from the meeting, took those fish down there, man, I did wake up a lot of fish. Yeah, they were all schooled on the bottom, sleeping on the bottom, just relaxing. Then the big mean guy came and turned all the lights on. All right. Um, but that's because I right, Steven. I don't care if they care. I don't either. I mean, I feed them, so that should be all they want. Yeah, I think they get used to it. And there are actually nights where, I mean, the tank lights will shut off, but there are nights that I forget to turn off the overhead basement lights and they'll stay on occasionally, maybe once a week. They'll stay on for a 24-hour period. And I don't know. That's not a big deal. I was talking to somebody. Somebody was just telling me they have an aquarium somewhere and the light is on 24 hours a day. Now tell me, is that good for your fish? Or do you think they don't care? I mean, I don't know. Anybody, Steven, you aware of any studies on that? Yeah, Right, I know. I've gone down there, turned lights on, and watched those rainbow tank go crazy. Yeah, well, I wouldn't think so. I don't know how many fish. It is a heavily planted tank, he said. So I'm sure there are places to hide. Yeah, so I'm eager about possibly scooping up some extra tanks. Like I said, I don't know where they're going, but a nightlight for the arowana, huh?
Yeah,
Why does he need a nightlight?
arowanas have a tendency to be jumpy and skittish. So if they get spooked in the middle of the night, they could jump and hit the lid and hurt
No.
themselves.
A lot of fish know it's time to breed by the length of daylight. Yeah, that could very well be. Sad. Are you saying you got a lot of sad fish, Steven? Yeah, can't close our eyes. Anyways, so yeah, new tanks. I don't know where I'm putting them. I would like to move a rack in the basement, but I'm told by my wife that there are other things I need to accomplish in the house before I move my fish rack.
Sick.
But that's going to be a little awkward when I start piling up all these tanks around. Yeah, full length dress most days. Yeah. I mean, what do they do during the day? I mean, they don't do anything, right? All they do is eat and breed. So, I mean, during the day, they're going to run out of food at some point. So they just grazing on little things that are floating around in the water. And I mean, they should be pretty restful all during the day. Their main frenzy is for that 15 minutes when you feed them. Let's see. Hey, June's here. Hey, Craig. 5 houses clean and a bed and breakfast. Cleaning on a Saturday. Fish don't have eyelids. It's got to bother them. Yeah, I don't know. How would we ever know? How would we ever know? And Jesse said arowanas need a nightlight. Yeah.
See, I'm not
Yep.
crazy.
You just got the one, Cheryl?
Yeah, I just have a little mofo.
Was that your fish or Ryan's?
It's Ryan's fish, but he never named him, so I call him Little Mofo. Because
And
guess who takes care of him?
how long have you had him?
Ryan got him on a Black Friday sale. So
The
second
last
week
one?
of this, yeah, the second week of December.
Is that because was that when he just started getting a little bit more involved in the hobby? And that's the fish he picked out?
That's one of them he picked out.
And is
I,
is
we,
that
we we had two before,
oh, okay.
and he got me one last year for Christmas. It was a red leucistic silver arowana, and after about 8 months, 9 months, it got spooked in the middle of the night and jumped and broke its back on the glass brace of the tank it was in. And
Yeah.
the second one was still growing out in the 125 to go into that big tank, and it found some way to break through the screening I put on the back of the canopy.
Jeez.
So I have to redo how I put the screening in the back of that canopy so little mofo can go in it soon.
How big a tank's he in?
Right now he's in a 40 breeder, but he's only about 4 or 5 inches long. He was about 3 inches when we got him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I remember. I think Whip had was it arowana that he had the same thing, like broke its back or did something. Didn't I don't know. I remember him telling a story.
I need to fix this camera.
But yeah, I mean, I got to worry about these rainbows when I feed them. I keep thinking one of those is going to kill themselves. I don't know how they don't run smack into some of the stuff that's in that tank. They're flying around. They're so fast.
I don't know about the rainbows, but my white clouds were going stupid yesterday and hit the glass a few times.
Jeez. I can understand them running into the glass, I guess. I mean, they can't see it. I don't know. What? Yeah, is it a reflection from inside the tank, or do you see straight out? I guess I don't know. I would imagine you see straight out of it. I mean, don't they see me when I'm waving to them?
Sometimes it seems like they see you.
Well, yeah, they have to because when I come in the room, they go absolutely berserk because they think they're going to get fed every time I come into the room. Yeah, would you bother asking a rainbow? Come on, rainbows are fish too. It is funny to go down into the fish room and turn the lights on late and just see. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, especially the guppies. I mean, because you're used to seeing them swimming all over the place, and you walk in and you just see 50 guppies like laying, and some of them are like even cockeyed a little bit, laying on the bottom, and it looks just like somebody had just poisoned the tank and they were all dead just down on the bottom. They're hardly even moving. Craig, 2 mops rainbow. I was thinking about putting some more spawning mops in with these Bosmanis because the last batch of fry I got are probably 3 or 4 months old, so I'm wondering if I should start another batch. But I guess I should probably make sure I can get rid of the first batch first. I was just talking to the guys at the club tonight about that because I have a second local fish store that it's on the other side of the town, and I've only been there a couple of times, but I've never talked to anybody there. So I asked the guys at the club meeting and 2 of them have sold fish to them. So now I found out that they do take fish from local breeders. So I've got to go and talk to them and see if I can unload them because the other fish store I've been using is just so inconsistent. And both those guys at the meeting tonight said, "Oh yeah, we've been down that road with them." Because apparently this place, they find it really hard. For some reason, they don't sell a lot of freshwater fish, so they're in a really not a good part of town, so they don't get a good. They're nowhere near any main traffic pattern, which is probably the number 1 problem. Number 2 problem is not being on a good traffic pattern. They're not in a real good part of town, so probably a lot of people are uncomfortable going there. So they said, yeah, go out to the other place and check it out. Rachel says, Rachel? Oh, no. Jesse was saying your fish definitely see you. Yeah, they do. You're right. Yeah, substrate nap. Did Jesse spend a little money today? And then apparently there is a OCA in Strongsville, Ohio. Is that tomorrow, I believe? Cichlid and catfish. I got to think, I don't know where Latoya is, but I got to think Latoya's going to that. Maybe she isn't. I know that Price Tag Joe is going. Because he did a little short on some of the fish he was taking. What do you want me to ship to you, Jesse? Yeah, I'm not a big cichlid person. I guess I just don't want. I really no. Well, now I'm talking about getting some bigger tanks, but I just don't want to deal with the bigger tanks and the bigger fish. But how big's that arowana going to get?
3-4 foot.
Are you you're planning on keeping them for that?
Yeah,
What size tank will he be in when he's full grown then?
not a tank.
Huh?
He won't be in a tank. He'll be in a
Oh,
pond.
in a pond. Okay. Wow. Do they get like? Will they pull food out of your hand, or are they vicious, or what do they do? I don't know anything about them.
I had the other two that we had eating from my hands.
Did you? They got teeth?
They have bony tongues, so there's not so much teeth.
Bony tongues.
Bony tongues for crushing things.
Wow. Oh, I don't know. Arowana. I don't think I'd do one.
Well, Morpho's cool. He was just a pain in my butt when we first got him. Trying to make sure that a baby arowana eats.
Yeah, what do you feed a baby arowana? Whatever elite?
Yeah, I thought he was going to be more like the other two when we first got them and only want shrimp and tilapia, and he refuses shrimp and tilapia. Yay me, he's eating pellets. Pellets and freeze-dried bloodworms.
We are getting Branton at our next meeting. We are getting oh shoot, I can't remember the girl's name. Apparently a girl who has become very popular with her blackworm breeding process. So I'm wondering if I shouldn't take a camera and film her talk. Because I got to think that there might be a few people that might be interested in hearing about that. I've been waiting to get a little bit more information from Brandon as to how his blackworms are doing, but last I knew they were doing really good. Yeah, it would be interesting, wouldn't it? I mean, I guess she's got a lot of people that record that. Shirley says, "All right, maybe now I'll be an idiot if I don't record it, right?" Yeah, maybe I'll try and do that. I'll have to check with them. I'll double check and make sure it's supposed to be at next month's meeting. I know it was either March's meeting or April's meeting. I almost can't remember which now, but I thought it was March's meeting, and that would be good. We had a professor come in from Buffalo who has grant money that he uses on research for plecos, and he does a lot of study mainly on breeding and raising the fry. And he gave a really the guy was a bundle of energy. He was a riot, and I regret not setting up and filming that because his talk was really good. It was amazing. But yeah, Brandon, yeah, how is your colony doing there, buddy? Mine are doing great, very easy in my opinion so far. Huh. Because you're feeding them now, right? I mean, you are feeding them to fish now. That colony is multiplying for you, and you are using them, right? Yep. And he just said they've tripled in colony size. Yeah, I think that might have to try and do that. As long as she's not offended by it. Boy, I wish I could remember her name. And then we're getting some guy out of Michigan too. I think he's a catfish guy. I think Jeff P recognized his name when I told him about him last year. I just missed something on stream. Who said? Yeah. Yep, occasionally a fish. Ben Sharp. Hey, Ben. Anyways, so yeah, they've got speakers. How many people show up at your club meeting, Cheryl?
Depends on what event or speaker's going on, but I've seen as many as 60 people. It seems like there's
Wow.
no seats left anywhere.
Do you guys have auctions at the end of your?
Yeah, BAP auctions.
Yeah, people bring in. Well, I mean, and it's not just BAP fish. Sometimes they'll just bring in fish to sell. Because I think 2 of the bags I bought tonight were BAP and 1 was not.
Yeah, we have one person. He's constantly bringing in plants.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of plants tonight too. Now that you mention that, yeah. Jeff P would have been proud. Some guy brought in 3 different bags of albino bristlenose. He said I was sitting right next to him, and he said because I had just bought 3 bags of fish, and he's like, "You gonna bid on my bristlenose?" And I'm like, "No, I don't have any problem breeding albino bristlenose. I've got enough of those." And he said, "I got hundreds of them," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know how that goes." So. But yeah, he was all excited because I guess he brought in 1 bag of 6 last week, and I guess there were like 20 some people there, and he sold that bag for $18, and he was happy as all get out. So what's he do this week? He brings in 3 bags, and there's only like, I don't know, 12 or 13 people there, and I think one of his bags sold for. I think one sold for $1. He did get $4 out of one of the bags, but. Yeah, I said, you got a little greedy. You thought you were going to pull it off from last month. Yeah, Curtis says, I can't give away albino bristlenose. Yeah, I do too. I was just happy I had 3 tanks because my wife was like, do you have tanks for these fish? And I'm like, yes, I do. I have 3 empty containers I can put these 3 different species of fish into. So now I do not have any empty tanks, but I can definitely make some more room and get some empty tanks. That's what I need to do. Yeah, everybody. Oh, she's got a long-finned albino bristlenose.
I have empty tanks sitting here and nowhere to put them.
What's that?
I have empty tanks sitting here we got last weekend and nowhere to put them.
Oh, yeah. I do have. Yeah, I've got some empty tanks that aren't even set up, but I need to move some fish around. I've moved some around. I had freed up those 3 tanks that I had empty, not thinking I was putting fish in them this soon. I mean, truly, the next fish I wanted to have in my fish room was either a Cory or a pencil fish. And it ended up being neither, so. Let's see. Oh, good grief, Jesse. There are albino bristlenose everywhere in this community. Long fin, short fin. Whew. Nancy B's never had a pleco. Wow. I thought that was like the first tank you buy. You buy a guppy and a pleco.
I have tanks specially set up just for plecos.
I know, right? Yeah. I used to, and then I just started to add more fish to them.
Little mofos in my 397 tank.
Yeah.
They stay in the caves in the bottom, and he stays at the top.
Yeah, Rachel. There's that now I can't remember what it was. Oh, the purple. I want the purple pencil fish. That's the one I want.
I think Foxy said those were little assholes.
What?
I think Foxy said those were little assholes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, so what? They need to be in a species, their own tank, or
I
are they
don't.
brutal to each other?
Might have been to each other. I don't remember that. It was. I seen it in a chat a while back. I was thinking about getting pencil fish back then.
There's Mike. There's Jeremy. Pencils are difficult in hard water. Oh well, I mean, great. That's means it's a good time for me to put in an RO system. George RB3. Hi, George. How are you? Jesse's got yes. I do have lemon blue eyes. I have a male, and I have some younger ones that have not sexed out yet. But Jeff P is supposed to send me a female lemon blue eye adult so that I can get them breeding because I'm not waiting for the juveniles to grow up. That's the thing. Plecos take forever to grow. I mean, what is it, like 2 to 3 years for them to get to a spawning age? Oh, there's Roxanne right there. Our purple pencils bullied everything else in the tank. Wow, never keep them again, huh? So were they all right with each other? My plecos got there in 6 months. Your plecos were breeding in 6 months? What do you have on growth hormones? Flintstone vitamins dropped into the water? Oh, didn't get bristles until after he started breeding. Wow. Um, are you referring to Skull?
No, I'm referring to somebody in the club.
Oh,
She breeds, I think, 5 or 6 different kinds of Bristol nose variants right now.
I know that. I don't know
I
how
got my
Jeff
long,
Kane's colonies are, but I know Jeff Kane has super reds.
I got my long fin super reds from her.
Yeah, I just really find those. I like those pencil fish. I'm gonna give them a try, Foxy. I'll let you know whether it was your pack or whether it's. I guess I'll just find out. Cece's going to catch sailfin mollies. And hey, Mike. Yeah, so mollies are native to North America. Do you know, Cheryl? Is that what they are?
I think they might be native to North America, yes.
Um, they must be if Cece's going to collect them because she's in Texas, so and that would make sense. Uh, huh. Pull up the basic facts on mollies. It doesn't even tell you where they're from. Huh. Oh, there it is. In the wild, you can find mollies throughout North and South America. There's a lot of fish that are native that we really just don't. I don't know. You don't think about. Yabba dabba doo time, Empire. Jeff K probably feeds his fish Flintstones. They do weird things. They do weird things in Wisconsin. Amazon Molly, he says, huh? All right, I'll pull that up. Amazon. Wouldn't you think the first thing that would come up would be a picture of that fish? I don't know. Here's a line right here. What's so special about the Amazon Molly? Well, that's what we're trying to find out. I know, Rachel, right? Mollies were like, yeah, I know. But I think that, I mean, I still consider myself very new to the hobby. I should say intensely into the hobby, right? Very new to the intensity of the hobby. But I think that people are like really looking for more diversity now, especially like when they're setting up a community tank. I mean, I'm eager to get some of these mollies up swimming around in my community tank. So that was one of the main reasons. I'm going to breed them, of course, for the breeder program. I haven't bred any mollies, so I'll breed those for the breeder program, get that done, and, you know, see if anybody else in the community wants them, throw them in a couple auctions this summer. If they go, they go. I mean, if not, I'll just move on from them. But I was eager to get some into the tank and just mix them in with the other fish and see how it went. And the fact that they were wild caught, I was kind of like that, knowing that it was an F1. But tell me, what's so special about this fish, Curtis? Because that looks like the dullest of dull. My message, all Amazon mollies are born female. They need a male. Oh, no, I just lost that one. All Amazon are born, they need a male from any other molly to breed. Huh. Noob. Mike Noob. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that diversity is, I mean, yeah, I guess people are into the fish that they're into, but it seems like everybody's like grabbing hold of whatever different fish they can get a hold of. I mean, I don't know. Although, you know, whatever, you got 8 different types of core. What are you up to now, Cheryl? 8? Oh, you might be coming on 9 or 10.
I have 10. I got 10 last weekend.
Wow. Okay. Well, that does it.
So what's your
10.
new goal?
Yeah, I know, right? I wanted to be at 10. I think I was at 8. Now I'd have to recount them in my head, but I think I'm at 8. I still would like to, I would just like to get a couple more this year. That'd be fine because I do want to, yeah, keep up, right? I know. I mean, as much as I want to grab, I'd love to be at 20 species of cories, but I want to diversify. I want the diversification. I don't want to get all swept up in cories, but I mean, I don't know that it's a bad thing to be all swept up in cories, but it is fun to experience the other fish and have other fish available, right? I mean, I just don't want people saying, "Hey, do you got some? What cories do you have?" I'd like to be able to say, "Hey, I got this and this and this and this." But yeah, those Amazons there. Whew. So does that mean that any fish that comes from the Amazon? Wait, how does that work? How does the Amazon molly maintain its purity if it has to breed with? Well, I mean, I guess molly's a molly. No, molly is not a molly, right? There are different species of mollies. Well, of course there are. I just got two. I just got two different species of mollies. So, if there are different species of mollies, how does the Amazon stay pure if it only is born as a female and it has to breed with a male from somebody else? Does that mean it'll have 50% Amazon and 50% of the male? Yes, that is also what I'm thinking, Jeffrey. I like fish. I like to make more fish. Well said. Common fish sell locally. Right. I mean, you can always find a place to unload. That's why we were talking about a club tonight. You can always find a place to unload mollies or even guppies early. But I mean, if you got to sell your mollies for, I don't know, 50, 75 cents, a buck a piece, I mean, so what? You sell 50 of them and move on. Quad City. I don't know. Quad City someday. Oh, they don't use the male's DNA. Wow, what? How do you people know this stuff? They don't use the male's DNA. I mean, how's Rachel answer that? How does she answer that question? Was that a Google answer? Sell your male mollies to pimp out to the Amazon ladies. We're fish nerds. Yeah, well, that's true. If everybody just picked one piece of bizarre knowledge, it would be a very interesting show. I don't want to hear what Brand says, though. I know it. Oh, I should know that. I should know that they don't use the DNA from the male. I should know that about Amazon mollies. Thanks, Craig. Make me feel like I'm just a stupid, stupid fish keeper. Amazon says we don't need no man. Who you talking to, Brandon? Look, I'll even put you up there on the screen. Oh, lame fish. Yeah, well, I think she's a tad bit closer than I am. When is that? Quad City.
April 6th.
So how far is that for you to go?
Now, I'm riding with Curtis, and I think it's about 5, 6 hours away from here.
Wait, you're gonna ride in the same vehicle with Curtis for 5 to 6 hours?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you, Cheryl?
A
I mean,
lot.
haven't you seen him, listened to him?
Yeah, and
I'm just okay. I don't think you're gonna come back the same woman. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think I'm gonna have a problem.
Yeah, Curtis says, "Yep, it will be awesome." Let's see. Well, Curtis will talk about what I don't know what Goodeids, and Cheryl will talk about Corey's the whole way. They'll be able to fill those 6 hours, no problem.
Maybe
Look,
I can.
I'm gonna put up another one of your posts, Brandon. Thanks. Yeah, Quad City. The only thing about Quad City is I would love to do is I have a cousin that lives out there, and I could go visit her, and I would be close enough to go to the Quad City. I would like to try that sometime. There's really you don't have. I don't think you could fill 6 hours with info from me. Well, maybe if you contacted some of the people around town here, they might be able to tell you some stories, but Brandon, aren't you supposed to be in bed by now? Isn't it past your bedtime, Brandon? Yeah, right. Yes. Yep. 6 hours with Curtis will change your life forever. I truly think that's going to happen. Enjoy Cheryl, everybody. She's going to come back a changed woman. I don't know how Ryan's going to feel about it either. So he's not going?
No, he's gonna stay here and hold down the fort, deal with the dogs.
No, boy, I'll tell you what. That's the only thing. I am ready to not have a dog. We lost one about was it 2 years ago? A year ago? I can't remember. We had to put one down, and we've got one left. And I guess it'd be one thing if it was a smaller dog, but he's 100 pounds. So what do you do with a 100-pound dog? I mean, you got to have somebody come here and stay when you're gone. And now with grandkids so far away, we want to travel.
Our
Well,
biggest problem.
what?
Our biggest problem is our German shepherds don't like hardly anybody,
Oh,
and they'll only let like one or two people other than us in the house. So getting those people to come here to take care of them while we're gone is not easy.
yeah, that would be bad. No. If you have a dog that doesn't get along with a lot of people, and my dog would freak in a kennel. He cannot stand being in a cage, has never been able, can't be in a locked room. He just freaks out.
They're fine with kennels, but we try not to leave them in the kennel any longer than what we're at work. I couldn't leave them in a kennel overnight.
Oh, wait, they're in a kennel when you're at work, but you can't leave them in a kennel overnight.
No, they run the house while we're home. The
Yeah,
only time they're in the kennel is when we're not home because
gotcha.
we can't trust them not to chase the cat and tear up the house.
Oh, yeah. Our dogs have always gotten along with cats, so thank goodness.
You know, the white dog loves to carry the cat around by his head.
And that is the best way to carry a cat.
She thinks so, yes. The cat does not like it. I don't want the cat to scratch her eyes out with his claws. And I don't want her to bite his head off.
Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, there's Ryan there. I didn't see him slip in. Elfish is in the state of confusion. Yes. I'm in PA. Sorry I missed that. Yeah, well, I got a 100-pound dog and a, I don't even know, 20-pound cat. Thing's huge. And that cat just abuses that dog so bad. I think the dog just realizes I can take this cat out anytime I want to. I just don't want to waste the energy. I hear you. Maritime, when did you get in here? Mr. Pelham. Mr. Pelham has bred more fish than I have, so. Yeah, cats will do that. Cats think they can just do whatever they want. Wait, is it Craig? Is Craig breeding puffers now? Yeah, he started doing that. Didn't he get some to breed? I think he did. I know my cat. The cat will go out and sit on the back porch, and the poor dog will just walk by, just going up the steps to go inside or outside, and that cat will just reach right out and swat him. I'm like, what are you doing? The poor dog's just walking in the door. That's all he's doing. Not bugging you, nothing. I think the cat's jealous because the dog's a nice lean 100 pounds, and the cat is a fat 20 pounds. And man, that cat meows when his dish is empty. Carolyn's trying to cut down his food intake, but man, when that dish is empty, we can be up laying in bed and we can hear him all the way downstairs meowing for food. Kind of like the sounds I make when I'm hungry. Speaking of food,
Sit.
went to Longhorn the other afternoon. We had some errands to do in Erie and decided to take my wife to lunch because I knew that I'd be at a fish club meeting on Friday night, Valentine's night. So took her to Longhorn for a nice meal. Lunch at the Longhorn was like $110. Now, granted, I did have the 24-ounce porterhouse, but I was still a little surprised. I don't get out much, so. Yes, Ryan. I did mention to him, I said, why don't you call the local fire department? They might, I mean, I'm sure they'd come over and change his batteries for him. But I don't know if he's reached out and asked him or not. I truly think if you called our volunteer fire department, I truly think they would send somebody over. Well, I mean, obviously you'd have to be somebody that couldn't do it yourself. And I mean, Jeff can't climb a ladder, so. I would think somebody would do that. Yeah. Did we figure out who was the closest fish keeper YouTuber near him? Who is closest to him? Probably have to be somebody in Illinois. I don't know. Well, I'm still hoping he goes to Akron. I don't know if he's going to be able to go to Akron. There's an Akron auction on March 2nd. They were just talking about the club meeting tonight. They said it's gotten really big. So I'm kind of eager to go. But the main reason I want to go is because I wanted to meet Jeff P. And now I don't know if he's going to be heading out there or not. That dog did not have it coming, Rachel. I'm way behind in chat. Yeah, I believe that. I'm wondering, my neighbors can probably hear it too, yeah. Ask if he's okay. Oh, Mike, if you're still here, see ya. Only a 24 ounce. Well, I couldn't afford anything more. Yeah, it needs to be a 74 ounce. That was, well, when you add my wife didn't want me to ask for another loaf of bread, but I had asked for another loaf of bread. And, that's a dessert too, so. Ooh, lobster. That's my other goal. I want to go to a Red Lobster before they all close down. I think there's still one within an hour of me that's open. I just want to hit that unlimited shrimp one more time. That would be the eating challenge I would have with Jeff P. if he wasn't allergic to shellfish. We could have gone to a Red Lobster when we got together. Yes, Ryan. That had actually crossed my mind. How hard would it be to find a fire station close to him and make that phone call? That's quite a drive for you, Brandon, isn't it? I mean, I'd do it too. I'd do it for him in a heartbeat. Eric and Lumpy Dog are in Michigan. All right, Rachel. I don't know how much longer I'll be on, but there's a shrimp guy by him too. Can't remember his name. Yeah, go Brandon. Go Brandon. How far away do you think you are? He's in Lansing, so I mean, I don't know. Where are you at, Brandon? Would that be like 4-6 hour drive? I don't know. It's a long way to go to change a battery. Yes, ours closed down too, Dee, the one closest to us, but I think there is one about 50 minutes away from us, almost an hour. I think that one's still open. It's in New York State. And I think there's one an hour south of me in PA that's still there. It's funny because as much as I want to go to that endless shrimp thing, the last time I was there, I was so disappointed in that shrimp. I swear every time they brought it out, it was cold. And I kept saying, when you bring the next stuff out, can it be warm, please? And he's like, well, I just pulled this off of the grill. And I'm like, no, you didn't, because then it would be hot. And it's not hot. And I really do. I don't like to complain to people like that, but I was just getting so frustrated every time he brought out a plate of shrimp. And they were cold. I'm like, what the heck? You guys should be making this stuff like one platter after another. It's an endless shrimp meal. I'm not the only one in here eating it.
And shrimp doesn't take that long to make.
Right. Yes. How long does it take to cook it, right?
A few minutes.
Which means it doesn't take long to cool off either, right? But
Yeah.
isn't that why they make heat lamps?
You don't want shrimp from a heat lamp.
No, I don't. But I mean, if you're going to keep them warm for 3 minutes before you bring them out to my table, put them under a heat lamp. 4 hours, 49 minutes. Yep, I retract my statement. Oh, well, that's not very nice, Brandon. Come on, Brandon, take one for the team. Right, there you go. There you go. Get on, Brandon. Yeah, CC. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be over to Jesse in 5 hours. Pennsylvania's kind of long. So is New York State. New York State's kind of long too. Yeah, right. Yep. Well, there you go, Brandon. Why don't you just take that? Go on. I don't know what's that website you go on. Angie's List. Go on Angie's List. Find him somebody. Just send him over. You can just knock on the door. Yeah, I kind of heard. I think I heard that somewhere before. Which is unfortunate because how hard is it to grill shrimp?
It's not.
All right, Brandon, you kind of put yourself in a hole here, buddy. I don't think it was a joke, Brandon. I think she was serious. Hi, Laura. I don't even think I said hello to you. Brandon's in trouble. I know, but wouldn't that be great? I am, yeah. I can't remember what it was exactly. 6.5 hours, something like that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh, what if we could find the guy that was in his video that night?
Funny.
I say someone. Yeah, right. Yes. It's funny. I really don't hear it that often anymore. But every once in a while, somebody will mention it quick, and then for the next 5 minutes, that's all I hear is that smoke detector going off. But otherwise, I don't even hear it. I know he doesn't hear it anymore. But yeah, I can't imagine. He jokes about it all the time, but he's like, you can see that builder, whoever installed that up in that walkway. I mean, he just had to know. It's like, I mean, I install a lot of things, and I mean, I'm always about serviceability. And I got to think that that guy stood there and looked up at that smoke detector and said, "Man, I wouldn't want to change that battery." But he put it up there. Um, this is Cheryl. She's the queen breeder in Missouri. None better.
I don't know about that. I've gotten lucky.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That's what I've heard. I don't know because I'm neither. So everybody all together. That's Cheryl. Engineers don't care. No, some architect put that stupid little circle on the print and didn't look at any area space underneath it, just laid it out where it needed to go, not worried about accessibility or anything. Let's see. Oh, that's sweet of her, huh?
Thank you, Laura.
Building your fan base. I can go to Jeff P's house next time I visit my parents. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Nobody wants to go north right now.
No, I don't even want to be here.
Yeah, I'm really wondering what I'm going to do for work next week because I don't want to leave my house.
I don't think we're going to be able to get the shop warm enough to make it comfortable next week.
Ugh. I mean, my wife would probably be thrilled if I told her I wasn't going to work next week because she would probably be like, yay, we can get all kinds of paperwork done. We can get some stuff moved around the house. Because, heck, she hasn't been here for 2 weeks, so.
I would have time to figure out where I'm putting all these tanks that are sitting here in the corner.
Right, exactly, yes. Stay home and figure out where you're going to put your tanks. You don't need to go to work in a cold building. Complain to the boss. I'm not coming in. It's too cold.
So I think
Yes.
last year there were like 4 or 5 layers and it was still cold. I wore my electric coat most of the day.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are you still looking at? That's not a guy. That's a Molly. What else do you want to look at? Let me see what else I can put up there. Somebody tell me what fish to put up there so you can stare at that for 15 minutes.
Put up a German blue ram so he can stare at that and wish.
10-4, Cheryl. Oh, I think I'm on the wrong page, though. Oh, it's so frustrating. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, look at that. Where'd the picture go? There was a picture. There he is. Look at that. Wait, now what just happened? Did that go dark? Oh, there it is.
Sorry.
He's pretty.
Ryan
It'll come
wants
back. I
to
don't know why it went dark like that. What's that?
I still owe Ryan some longfin German blue rams. I
You
still haven't.
do?
Yes.
Brandon, I don't think it's let's get Jeff's smoke alarm. I think it's you need to get Jeff's smoke alarm fixed. You started this whole thing by saying that you were going to do it. That's I don't need a man, Molly. Okay. What is the? Oh my goodness. What in the world? A Phyosemian? All right. I don't know how I'm going to spell this and get it on there, but wow. APH. Why is this screen coming up like this? That's like a crazy name. Oh, that's killifish, huh? All right. All right, there you go. Share this tab instead. Look at him. Is that, do you have those, Shirley? What are you talking about, Brenton? Pull up my links. Let's get Jeff's. I'm not gonna. That German Blue Ram was pretty sharp. I'm telling you. Where did Cheryl go? Did I miss her? Cheryl dropped signal, working on coming back. Okay. Yeah, well, nobody's awesome. Nobody's awesome. Oh, did you find that? I am gonna. That's another thing I would like. I would like a pencil fish, a species of Cory, and I would like a killifish because Jeff P's been riding me pretty hard about a killifish. So, did you just look that up, Brandon? Is that a real thing? You people are crazy. It's a crazy group of people. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Yes, it's a real thing, he says. Who's making that phone call? All right. I'm going to call him right now. I'm not calling him right now, but I am going to look that up tomorrow. All right. So, Brandon, if I send him over there, are you going to refund me half of what he charges me? Ryan. So here's where I'm at with that, Ryan. Whoops. All right. So here's what I've been trying and thinking about doing is I really want to find, as much as I want to catch you guys in your Cory number, I'll split it with you. Okay. All right. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Oh, Cheryl's back. Welcome back. Are you here? You're frozen. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Are you moving? I don't even see you. I see you down below. There you are. There you go. Now you're there.
This thing doesn't know if it keeps signal or not all of a sudden. That's the first, especially in this room.
Nancy. Is that how it is in Tennessee? All your handymen are crackheads? I'm not. I shouldn't say that because I've seen some doozies around here too. So
Could be worse. I live in meth dependence.
best dependence, huh?
Yeah. You can
Um,
see them walking down the street tweaking.
jeez. So, anyways, yeah, hashtag smoke detector funds. Yep. All right. Just yeah. I will look on that website tomorrow. I've got Jeff's address, so wonder if he's watching. Would he be lurking right now? He would have said something by now. Are you lurking, Pelham? You better not be lurking. Um, I will, Brandon. Anyways, I was going to say to Ryan because he said you were going to supply me with all my fish. I'm really striving to like find some species out there that just aren't around.
And that
Something
I don't
new,
have already?
huh?
And that I don't have already?
Well, exactly right. Yeah, because that way I can say, "Ooh, Cheryl, look what I got," and then you're not going to say, "Oh, I've already had that and bred it." Yeah, right. Exactly. I just need the win, Cheryl. I need the win. I'm a man, right? I want that win.
You can have the pencil fish.
What do you got for pencil fish?
I
Or
don't
you
have
don't?
any.
You don't have any. All right.
I
What
still
about?
want my half beaks.
Oh, yeah. I don't want any half beaks. You can have those. What about? What do you got for killifish?
I have the Aphiosemion vivittatum lagos.
Yeah, I'll never remember that. So
Striped flyer tail.
yeah, so I would like. Yeah. Oh, now I got to add another one. So I want a cory species, a pencil fish, a killifish, and a rainbow. Wait, wasn't there another one in there already? Phew, this is getting crazy. I'm gonna need new tank room. I think who was it up there that said a little while ago when I was talking about those big fish tanks and somebody said you can keep a lot of little fish in a big fish tank. Yeah, it can be an awesome breeding colony.
I could only imagine how many little fish I can put in our 210-gallon.
Oh, jeez. I oh, I think I've always loved the neon tetra, but I mean I've had such bad luck getting healthy ones. But I can't even imagine like a tank of 3 to 500 of those just swimming around schooling. And I mean that blue and that red. Oh, anyways, yeah, I can't imagine either tank like that. Sticklebacks, I'd have to look those up. Let me see. All right, I'm switching on you. Oh, those are kind of interesting. Huh?
Hmm.
How big do those get? Fish with spines and attitude. Well, that doesn't sound good. Oh, wow. They grow to 7 inches? Nope, that's bigger than I want. They do look neat, though. 7 inches. That's a little bit too big, although they would probably go in that 90-gallon tank really nice. Wait, how come it says they're in the ocean? Are they freshwater or saltwater? This says three-spine stickleback, feisty predator that lives in ponds, lakes, and rivers. And down here it says, where do sticklebacks live? Sticklebacks are endemic to the temperate zone and are most commonly found in the ocean. But some can be found in fresh water. Well, which is it? Huh. If I read the chat, let's see. Hundreds of neons would be, yes, hundreds of neons would be absolutely amazing, yes. I watched, who was that? What's his name in Australia? Craig's buddy. Who is the young kid out there? Keeping Fish Simple, right? I watched him breed. He did a video on breeding neon tetras.
Nope.
The 3-spine, is that a freshwater version, Jeffrey? Look at him. He just looks very intense. I mean, right there is a Jeff Kane fish. Just the way he's looking at you. Cece breeds neons. Night, John. Thanks for coming, bud.
I plan on breeding the green neons once I get them next month.
Oh, Ryan had to give up a 75, huh?
Yeah. We still have a ton of electric blue Cara.
You trying to unload them, or are you keeping them?
We've been selling them. We've sold over 150 of them.
Oh, jeez.
But there's still probably 50 to 100 left. That was a huge spawn.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they're going to love me at the swap if I still have them here in May. If take them up to the swap, $5 or $10 a piece. Buy them all.
Right. Oh, I am so eager for our auction in April. See how it plays out after that disaster. Well, I wouldn't call it a disaster, but definitely was very tiring. And we had to be somewhere, so oh no, we stayed. Now I can't remember if we stayed for the whole thing or not. I seem to think we had to be somewhere because I think they closed down at like 8. I mean, they auctioned for almost 9 hours. That's crazy. That's just too long. Oh, wow.
Our next auction is coming up next month, and they only have the church for 5 hours.
Ooh. Oh, man, you have to put a limit on it. So do you limit the entries?
I think they have it limited at 600.
Is there a per vendor limit?
I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look. I haven't put anything in the auction yet, so I haven't actually looked at anything.
We talked about that at the meeting after the auction about putting a limit on it, but they decided not to. Because I mean, I think I put in 42 items last time, and I mean, come to find out, hindsight's 2020, but that was not a good move on my part. But I'm assuming I'm not the only one that did that because there were 1,400 items there. So, but yeah, so I think they're just going to let it play out and see how people react from the last auction. So now, but I'm just wondering in my head, does that mean everybody's going to cut back and we're going to have a really short auction? Maybe I should still put 40 items in. Maybe it'll be a good sale. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. I will probably I don't think I think our limit was 5 like items by the same vendor. And I did that on maybe I don't know, 3 or 4 different items. I mean, I think I did it with bronze Corys for sure because I just have a million of those. Um, what else did I do that with? I think I did it with like cherry shrimp and because shrimp sold really good last April, but man, that October auction, they were giving shrimp away. So I don't know. I don't think you can ever tell. You don't know which way a club auction is going to go. I mean, you don't know who's bringing what. You don't know who's bringing how much of what. You just can't know. And nobody can afford to put in the time to pre-register everything because they talked about pre-registering, but I mean that's like you'd have to have somebody full time dealing with paperwork and figuring everything out prior to the auction. So they'd rather just nope, show up and bring what you want.
Our club uses mygroupauctions.com so that everybody has to pre-register and have everything entered into the website before the auction, or it's not going in.
Oh,
So I can go on and see what's already been entered into the auction. I'll, see what's already going to be auctioned off.
but somebody has to enter that in, I think, don't they?
Yeah,
I
the
don't think
person that
the vendor does it, the seller does it.
the seller does it.
Because I
The
thought
seller,
they mentioned somebody mentioned something about an online thing, and I thought I was led to believe, and I thought most of the people there were that we would still have to have somebody who would have to take the paperwork and enter the paperwork. But you're saying you could do all the registration and everything online.
yeah.
It's
Once you
not.
register, then you can go on to the website and put what you're auctioning off into the group.
There's got to be a charge for that service, isn't there?
I don't know. I'm not part of the
You need to
club.
get more involved in your club, Cheryl. Shame on you.
Shame on me. I've been in that club for less than a year.
Well, shame on you again for not being in your club for longer than a year.
I didn't even know about it until
Shame on you for not knowing about your club. What the heck, Cheryl?
what the heck? At least I'm in it now.
I know, right? Yeah, I didn't know anything about it. I mean, how did I? Now I'm trying to figure out how did I learn about my club. I don't know. I think Carolyn might have found it online or something. I forgot how we. I remember the very first meeting that we were aware of and thought about going to. They called it Fish Bingo Night, and I'm like, I don't know, man. It sounds corny.
I
I
know,
don't
and
know
I'm
if I
going.
want to go. I don't want to meet new people on a game night or whatever where you got to interact and actually talk to people. And then so we went the week after that. And when we played Fishy Bingo last fall, that was awesome. And I won a whole bunch of fish. And now I'm mad I didn't play it last year. I'm like, we should have gone to that. Oh yeah, Nancy B's telling you to get together too.
I'm trying, okay?
I know Nancy's slacking, right?
I'm trying to work with all this mess too.
Yeah. Well, obviously you're doing something right because you keep spitting out fry.
Yeah, I am. I can't believe how many white clouds I have in that tank right now.
So, how are you breeding those?
The white clouds?
Yeah, are you collecting the eggs?
No, I tried spawning them with a mop, and that didn't work out so well. So I threw a ton of guppy grass in a 10-gallon tank with the adults, and when I started seeing fry, I took all
Well,
the adults out.
and you ended up
And
with a boatload of fry?
there's a boatload. They're just now getting big enough that I can see them from halfway across the room.
Okay, so first question is, what are you feeding them?
Micro golden pearls.
Okay. And I had a second question, but now it eludes me. Um, how long does it take for a egg to hatch?
On the white clouds,
Yeah.
3 days.
No, a chicken egg. Yes, we're talking about white clouds. Yes.
I think it was 3 days. I don't know. I threw the
Uh,
adults in there and left them until I could fry.
well, that's what I just wondered how long they were hatching after you pulled the adults. Somebody can answer that question for me, can't they? Somebody's got to know that because we're all a bunch of fish nerds. How long does it take for a white cloud egg to hatch? Oh, and then my golden white clouds never touched their fry. Huh. Oh. Huh. Somebody else. Who else was talking? I was talking to a guy at club about rosy barbs and what else do you have? Danios. I don't know what kind of Danios, but he was getting colony breeding from them. He said it wasn't a lot, but he had heavy plant cover in there, and he was getting some fry. And man, I don't know. My CPDs, I never ever ever saw fry unless I just had some type of egg collector in there. But I know that Chuck's Fish, who I haven't seen around in a while, man, he is spawning and collecting eggs from CPDs like crazy. And I don't know. I just can't get him to do it like that. I don't understand. Maybe I need a better egg collector. I don't know. Isn't hash time like 2 days for white clouds? I don't know. That's why I asked the question. Shirley says it can take up to 3 days for the eggs to hatch. Yeah, well, I mean, what about rain? I mean, my Bosemani rainbows, when I started studying those, hatch time on a Bosemani rainbow egg is anywhere from 7 to 14 days. So pulling a mop out of their tank, floating in another tank, and not knowing when that egg was laid on that, I mean, I pretty much have to leave that mop floating for at least 14 days before I can cycle it through the next and back into the parents' tank. But I did learn that my Bosemani, I don't need to pull a lot of mops on them because I think all they do is lay eggs. Oh, my algae eater's out. I don't get to see him often.
I'm trying Nathan's method of spawning tetras too.
With just with that fake
The
stuff.
flat mat. Yeah,
Did you get some?
I don't know. I just put them in today, and it's kind of took me off. I only caught half of the umber tetras I wanted to catch to put in there.
Oh. Chuck's Fish posted a video recently. His furnace got broken, make it gated. Did you walk him through it? How come he didn't call me to fix it? I'll have to check that out. I missed that one. I usually get notifications from his videos. I don't know how I didn't get that one. Huh. I don't know how I didn't get that one. Now I gotta go back and look at that. Yeah, he does wonders on those CPDs. He's got a bunch of tanks of those. Which actually, since he's only 20 minutes from me, I should probably swap some CPDs with him just to keep the gene pool healthy. They say you're supposed to do that. He did like 4 videos on his furnace. How did I miss that? Just looked like it was a main limit. Yeah, easy for you and I to diagnose like that. Homeowners go crazy Googling stuff, YouTube and stuff. You had to wait 2 days to get a motor for your furnace? Oh, some of these parts are crazy to get a hold of.
It doesn't help the HVAC guys are all busy too.
I know. That is true. That's because the good ones are all taken. Yeah, it's just around here, it's ridiculous. You can get somebody quick if you want, but their price is ridiculous. Which just tells me I just don't charge enough. So if I charged more, I'd have more fish. I wish I had more fish. I'll get more fish. Slowly but surely. Oh, Shirley. Sorry, Shirley. I used your name. All right, let's see. 40 eggs from 2 days. Oh, dang. I missed that one too. Yeah, to be totally honest with you, I have never seen a CPD egg. I take that stupid spawning deli dish that I have in there. I pop the lid off of it. I don't even look in it. I mean, I've swirled it a couple times to see if I can see them because I'll see videos of people, they swirl their finger in there and they can see the eggs collect in the middle. And I tried that a couple times. I'm like, I don't see anything. And I just dumped that container in another tank, put the lid back on, set it back in the spawning tank. And if I hatch fry, I hatch fry. $90 in the summer. Wow. Yeah, that is I can't even imagine having that issue where your tanks get too hot in the summer. Yeah, brand furnace parts. Oh, nice, SC. I wouldn't mind seeing a 10-gallon tank filled with about 80 CPDs too. I think that would look really neat. A couple of plants in there and 80 CPDs running around. Well, I know they're not running. Yeah. Yeah, there's some cool stuff out there. All right. I have big plans for tomorrow, so I'm thinking I want to get to bed. I can't believe you're up this late, Cheryl. What's up with that?
I fell asleep earlier.
Took a little nap, did you? All right. Good
Which kind of
girl.
sucks. I have a date with Mexicali at 9 o'clock in the morning.
You have what?
I have a date with Mexicali at 9
Oh,
o'clock in the
that's
morning.
right. I did see that. Wait, what time's that at?
9 o'clock.
Oh,
So
jeez.
10 o'clock your time.
Wow. You'll be all right.
I'll just have to set an alarm at least an hour before so I can get a cup or two of coffee in me first.
Wait, I thought it was 4 p.m. Did you guys change the time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wondering I was like, wait, what?
He emailed me and asked me if we could change it this morning, which is fine.
I might still be in bed for that.
On a normal weekend, I might just be rolling out of bed between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. I'll have to set an alarm and get some coffee in me.
I think I might hang out in bed till maybe 9. I don't know. I'm feeling like a bacon and egg breakfast in the morning, though. Feeling like a good weekend breakfast. Although I am a little bummed because last time I went to the grocery store, I forgot to get chocolate milk. So my big weekend breakfasts have to have a glass of chocolate milk with them. Oh, that's cool, Jesse. The hill trouts. Yeah, those were That's not nice, Curtis. Oh, Shirley's 4 Pacific, so that's 7 for me. Man, I should probably set a notification for that. Mexicali. Guess I'll be dragging my phone around with me. Putting the earpiece in.
Yeah, the dogs wake you up in the morning. Don't let me sleep past 8.
Don't let me sleep past 8.
I need coffee before I talk to anybody in the morning.
What do you mean, Nancy? My stuff together? What stuff? I don't have any stuff to get together. Yeah, I know. I need to get a lot of stuff together. Is anybody really together? I mean, is anybody really actually together?
I'm not.
Yeah, I don't really know of anyone that's actually together. They might say they're together, but if they do, then you know they're not together. Because they can't be together.
I think I'm the queen of winging this shit.
See, another reason to call you Queenie. The queen, the queen of winging it. So call you QW. Yeah, queen of winging it. Perfect. All right. Well, I thank you so much for coming on with me, Cheryl. I had a riot with you.
It was fun.
We had fun. And we've both been informed that we need to get our stuff together. I, of course, informed you that you need to get your stuff together. And then I was informed that I need to get my stuff together. So
I already know I need to get my stuff together. It's never going to be together.
I know it's not. It's just not going to happen. It's just
I can
not
just
going to
work
happen.
on a little at a time.
All right, all. I'm hitting the hay.
Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody. Thanks again, Cheryl. Bye. Thanks to everybody.